I'd like to add to the agenda the petition handed in by unit owners to have a special meeting for recall of 3 directors of the board. There's a cover letter. This was mailed in. I think it was received today by Mr. Germain, our GM, and there's a cover letter here. And again, I'd like to add this to the agenda for this evening.
Any second? Any discussion?
Excuse me.
Hold on a second.
Okay. Well, yes, a discussion. I raised my hand.
Yes, I understand, but why do you ask me to excuse you? Any discussion, directors? Yes, please.
I don't think it should be added because this was handed in just today, and nothing's been validated, checked, or anything. Okay. And
I got your
no
point. Vinny?
Yes. Once you give it in, that every day you cannot add for 3 months. I do not believe you want to give it in, you do it by the book, you have all those numbers, whatever you want, whenever you wish, and you give it in as a full package.
Franco, please, we'll get to you. I frankly miss something, but I do not understand what you're saying, but okay.
No, if you want to do the recall, what I said, I repeat myself. You can do it whenever you want, but you bring the full package in.
Okay.
You don't do it for a month. I bring every day a piece of paper.
Okay, I think this is detail which is unknown to me. I apologize. Franco, I would like you to stop. Please. Gail. You are speaking out of... you're not supposed to speak at the board meeting. Please, Gail.
Well, now I'm confused as to what Finney said. You just want to talk about the package that was given today. So the package was given today. I received it this evening, actually, right before, not that much before the meeting. So, I mean, I don't know that it could be included or anything set up at this meeting. That doesn't really seem appropriate. It was received by me this evening. There's nothing that could have been done. We had a cup of coffee.
Barbara, you got your point. Barbara, what do you think? Your opinion?
I think that an announcement of it is appropriate.
Announcement, okay. Alex?
Yeah, announcement.
Great. Franco?
Okay, well,
No. We're not staying, we're discussing the issue. Is we going to be speaking of this issue or not? We're not discussing the issue.
right, but you're saying...
I'm not saying anything.
But you asked for a motion to add this to the agenda, is that what you
Yeah, and this is what we're discussing. The motion, we're discussing the motion. And after we all conclude the discussion, we're going to be voting. Either we're going to be adding this issue to the agenda or not. Am I
Excuse me, but there's a precedent. Excuse me, no. I have the floor. I have the floor.
Yes.
There's a precedence. There's no need to vote. I'm not making a motion to add it to the agenda.
There was a motion already.
There was no motion. I just said I'm adding this to the agenda. And that's what we've done before. And
Frank,
previous council, Mr. Bucklew, excuse me, I have the floor. Point of order. Mr. Bucklew has said that we've never made a motion to add things to the agenda. It's just added.
May I believe Franco is right, to the best of my recollection.
Thank you.
Gene, since the beginning of this board, I'm sorry, with all due respect, what Mr. Bucklew said, it was then. Since the beginning of this board, there is an agenda and there is a significant amount of information. We are here to provide services to association. There are things which we're going to be discussing outside, next meeting, etc., etc. There is a process. By introducing this issue now, this meeting most likely will not be as effective as it's supposed to be. We have huge mountains to climb right now. We have agenda set. We have, I don't know.
I'm not finished yet.
No, you did state your point already.
My point, but I'm not finished.
You did. Now we have to go and complete.
I'm not done.
You're
not finished. You're misrepresenting what I want to do.
Misrepresenting?
Yes, this is not a motion. This is just adding to the agenda. As Eugene, our parliamentarian, has stated, we've never had to motion to add things to the agenda, period. Now, I'm sorry it doesn't, conform to your schedule, but this is requested by hundreds of unit owners.
I'm terribly sorry, and we respect the will of the unit owners, and we will address this issue in timely fashion. We'll comply with all the regulations. We'll go by the book. Well, and please.
I still have the floor. I just need.
No, you don't have the floor anymore. No, you
I have 4 minutes to speak, and I have only used up maybe 1 minute. I'd like to read a section from our bylaws. In accordance with Article 3, Section 3 of the bylaws, we, the undersigned, herewith convey to you a written request in the form of a petition calling for a special meeting of the homeowners to vote for a recall of directors Lerner, Strumza, and Miller. We convey this petition to you on behalf of the signatories in a number sufficient to meet the 25% of owners stipulated in Article 3, Section 3. We ask that you act on this petition immediately. Since procedures governing a recall are already in place, there should be no delay or significant cost. Communications about matters relating to this petition should be addressed to, I won't read the name.
Why not?
I'll read
Why
the
not?
name. Thomas Wiggins, Tower 2, 38G.
Thank you very much.
And may I add that I didn't see this until this evening. This was given to me, and it was asked to.
And absolutely, this is great service. So there is no need to discuss it anymore. That's what you wanted to do?
Well, I want to add to the agenda. Discussion of going forward with this recall.
Franco.
What?
Franco.
Going forward.
Franco. We have 16 items on agenda today. If people who introduced this motion wanted to participate in this meeting, they could have given us a little courtesy and advance notice, and perhaps some other items would have been moved. 16 items on agenda, not 15, not 14, 16, and lengthy items to discuss, to advance the issues. What I said to you, that if this particular petition was surrendered in an appropriate way, through appropriate channels, we will do everything in our power to comply with every single regulation which our bylaw stipulates.
It was headed in an appropriate way.
I am not questioning.
Okay.
I don't know because I was not the one who received this. Okay, let's move on.
May I?
Yes, please. Yes,
Okay.
this is your
I
turn.
think that the letter that he wrote is that he read is that Franco read is self-explanatory. I'd also like to make an editorial, so I don't think there's a need for further discussion. But I'd also like to say that Franco, despite previous claims, his claims to the contrary, is involved in the recall.
That's okay. Please, this is not an issue now. Please, please.
As Mr. Kingman
Please,
said, it's perfectly okay.
let's
May I remind
Franco,
you,
Franco,
if you don't know,
Franco,
Mr. Lerner was the
Franco.
leader of the last recall.
Yes.
He
Franco,
initiated the whole
Point
recall.
of order.
So there's nothing wrong with
Point
that.
of
I'm not
order.
What do you want to
saying
say?
this. You just reminded
Judith,
me.
please come to order.
I haven't done
You,
that.
You and
Franco has
Barbara
listed-
are the yes, you are.
Please stop conversation,
Fine.
please. This is very interesting. Procedure is very simple. Petition is surrendered. Petition is finished.
I don't
Petition is surrendered. Subcommittee will be created. Subcommittee most likely will need to relook at the Barbara. You're not recognized, please. You're not recognized, Barbara. The subcommittee will relook at the previous Franco. I'm speaking Franco. Subcommittee will. You brought this issue. I'm telling you how it's going to be handled. Subcommittee will look at the previous rules which were arranged, and subcommittee will recommend to the board and to whoever will be participating in this particular thing. Hopefully 5 directors will find who will participate in things, and either rules will be modified or rules will be adopted. And if after certification of this particular petition, if number of signatures exceeding percentage required by the bylaws, we'll go to simple special election process. We will be engaging services of election committee, etc., etc. So this is a very simple thing, and nobody in this room attempted to deny any opportunity to unit owners for a lawful act. There is time when it's appropriate, or there is time where we can do a circus. All right? So we should not be entertaining unit owners here. We should deliver results. Issue is closed. Let's move on. The next issue on the agenda is GM. Mr. Russell, please.
Thank you.
All right, sit down.
Going down.
Good evening, Galaxy Board and owners.
You need to get your chair.
take this.